waves of fighting all season long, and they ended up in the playoff attitude.
And that's 10 straight points in the nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more to close that area off defensively.
And for the Celtics, 28 of their 40 wins on the season came against the East. Not impressive, but it got the job done in a conference which could be had at times, obviously.
That's true, but what should be noted, Kevin, about the Celtics against the East is just how well they played against the Eastern Conference playoff teams.
Right.
I mean, against the East top 8, they shot a lot better and executed a lot better as well. So you can see them stepping up their game against the competition.
For a franchise that had so much success under his tenure, there was sure a lot of friction with Tom Thibodeau, and the Bulls front office surprised a lot of people, I know, including yourself.
Yeah, you know, it's not something that you see often, a winning coach at odds with his GM and president. With how often their differences came up, though, you knew something was afoot.
Rose against Turner. And Smart with the basket on the assist by Turner. Smart's got his first points of the game. Chicago leading by 3. Here's Rose. And he can't bank that one in.
And with Thibs, he did end up getting fired from the Bulls this past season. Some saw it coming, but still, I think surprising given the level of success he had. His imprint is all over this Bulls team and the way they approach the game.
The Celtics shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
Really, guys, it's just come together for them at the charity stripe this season. I mean, the confidence is there, and so too are the results.
Thomas checked in for Boston. Outside for Pippen. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Knocked away. Stolen by Smart. Here's Turner. Good, and Smart gets the assist.
And that almost feels like 2 buckets coming off the steal like it did.
And especially the fact that it now ties the game. The lead was about to be stretched out, and instead, it's back even.
Pippen misses.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities. Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And, Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control. Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
And so, lots of scoring in that competitive first quarter. Boston on. And Amir Johnson re-signed his team for years, and he talked about their great fans.
Almost like a soccer atmosphere. I don't know if...
A lot of fans south of the border in the U.S. are surprised when they learn how passionate, Clark, the fans in Toronto can be.
You know, Kevin, that's so true. I mean, when they get it going at the Air Canada Center, that place rocks. And it's great to hear Amir talk about how that pumps him up and makes him want to do it for Canada.
And so far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. What do you guys think about the Celtics here in this one?
I just like the way they're getting out in the open floor, taking advantage of all those fast break chances here early on.
I agree with you, Greg. I mean, they can run, and they've done a good job filling the lanes in transition.
So for Chicago right now, they've got Pippen. Smith is out there with Price. Then there's Smooth. And it's Green in at the point guard. And watching Amir Johnson, Clark, he seems so casual about silently destroying opponents in the paint, and he's carried that air about him almost his entire career.
You know what? He's rarely had plays called for him, Kevin. He doesn't produce a bunch of highlights, but he's really potent. I mean, one of the league's best at defending opponents at the rim, grabbing in-traffic rebounds. Those both are valuable assets.
Here's Thomas. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. To the middle. Here's Johnson. Shot is off. Smith with the defensive effort. And Chicago shooting at 50% in a decent groove. Now here's Crowder. He's covered closely. Dishes it to Thomas. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Thomas got the lead up to 2 now for the Celtics.
Wow, got that one off right in the face of the big fella. Nice quick fire release.
Yeah, and the mid-range shot really the only option in that situation. Sometimes when you're facing a bigger guy, you can't get it all the way to the rim. Well, so far for Coach Brad Stevens, the Celtics have had nothing but praise for their outstanding young coach. No surprise for those of us who know Brad. The team is really moving ahead in the rebuilding process, and he gets a lot of the credit for that.
Jared Sullinger's checked in for Zeller.
All right, let's keep it going for your Celtics dancers.
Outside Bradley. Thomas against Green. Back to Bradley. Takes the three. That's good. And it's Thomas picking up the assist. Bradley's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. And part of the reason why the Celtics are ahead of schedule in the rebuild is because of Coach Brad Stevens. He has everyone on the same page.
You know what? You talk around the league about Coach Stevens, and other coaches are just astounded by his work ethic. You think he's already a top coach. He could be one of
the second quarter. The Celtics with the lead. Outside Thomas. It's blocked. Oh, trying for it. It's stolen by Johnson. And here's Crowder. Right block shot. The shot is off. Outside Green. The rebound by the Celtics.
How about him there, just bodying him up to make him alter the trajectory on that shot?
Definitely some very sound defense played on that trip.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
In the corner, Crowder with it. Uncovered. Rebound by Smith.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
The Boston Celtics figured to be near the bottom of the league last year. In many ways, they outperformed a lot of people's expectations.
And by no means were they a contender at any point, but they very well could be ahead of themselves in terms of the rebuilding process.
Thomas a screen. Bradley drives in. Green with the block. Here's Smith, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Smith's got his first basket. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Bulls.
Great hustle defensively through the first half, contesting everything and racking up the block shots.
Another thing, I mean, they've done a great job early of creating chaos on defense, being disruptive and getting steals through the first half of today's game.
Chicago leading. Price with the ball. Now Thomas defending. Smooth. But they'll get another chance. Over to the wing. Bradley on the double team. Here's Smooth on the money from 12 feet away. Smooth's got 13 points.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
Sullinger the screen. Sullinger with a screen for Bradley. Kicks it to Crowder. Sullinger the screen. 4 on the clock. And the shot's good from Crowder.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
No good from Price. Smith battles through traffic and lays it in. Smith's got 4 points this quarter.
Now that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up. Yeah, and a dangerous trend here as they're starting to live and die with outside jumpers.
Really good point, Greg. I mean, you want to keep that balance, and attacking inside creates space for shooters, and having shooters creates opportunities inside, so it works hand in glove. You know, he's not your typical NBA center in terms of height, guys, but he plays as big as any of them, thanks to his incredible bounceability.
Thomas kicks to Bradley. Thomas a screen. Johnson in the corner. Nice ball movement by Boston. Sullinger with a screen for Bradley. And it's good. He planted his feet on the pick and shielded the defender off.
Great job of utilizing that screen and finding space to knock down the jumper. Good basketball.
And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. It's Chicago. They finish off the second quarter on a 12-4 run. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We welcome you to the halftime show on 2K Sports. It was a closely contested first quarter for Chicago. Their biggest lead during the opening period was 5. They had a nice burst of energy once they got to the second quarter and ended the half holding on to a 4-point lead. And Kenny, what did you think about what you saw from Chicago?
One advantage has been their stellar rebounding. I mean, they're putting bodies on people, competing for the ball. It's simple, really. The team with more possessions has more opportunities to score. Wow.
And Shaq, your thoughts on the Celtics?
Well, their defense was really inconsistent. They get a stop, then turn around and give up an easy bucket. That's why they allowed over 50% shooting. Their defense needs to be a lot more focused in the second half.
And that's going to do it for now as the second half is almost ready to get started. Back to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports crew. We're going to sit right here and wait for the end of the game and talk at you again.
Here we go, Boston. Now coming onto the court.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third.
Been a stellar outing in this one for Smooth. 13 points, and he's picked up 1 dime.
And Boston has possession, trailing by 4. Thomas is the point with Bradley to his side. Jay Crowder out there with Amir Johnson. And it's Sullinger in at the center, locking down the middle. That's the group for Brad Stevens getting going here in the second half. Green with the block, and he gets it back. And the slam dunk by Johnson.
Right back to the basics there, using the one-hand slam for that one.
Doesn't he make the basics look pretty exceptional?
Yeah, he does. They look sweet when he does them.
And he better stay with those basics because this game is still yet to be determined.
A baseline J. Green, no luck. It's a close game here in Boston. Bulls made the postseason for the 10th time in their last 11 seasons. Last year, they have become a fixture, Greg, in the playoffs in the East.
And how about last season, Kevin, had that interdivision matchup in their first round against the up-and-coming Bucks. Some hiccups for them in that series, but they were able to prevail.
It's hauled in by Thomas. For Boston, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second. And here's the fast break. Jordan leading from beyond the arc, and then Smith's got 9 points.
Boy, in that playoff series against...
But they just couldn't match the firepower of the Cavs.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. Brad Stevens had some words for his team over the break. He made no mistake that their plan was to run their offense through Johnson. Coach is looking for big things from him throughout the rest of this game on the offensive end. A lot of the scoring burden will fall on him. The other thing he stressed was the need to be disciplined on offense. He asked for good ball movement and good shot selection. Those are likely not the last adjustments they make today, guys. There's still time left in this one. Back to you, Kevin.
Always great to hear from you, Doris. Outside Bradley. Sullinger passes to Johnson. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Johnson's got 8 points. The Bulls leading by 3. Here's Smooth, and it's Chicago scoring again. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Thomas kicks to Bradley. The feed to Sullinger shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And really a fantastic season for Sullinger last year. Really made some leaps forward, but missed a lot of time still due to injury.
Sullinger did continue to improve last year, Clark, but you can't ignore that he had to miss time once again.
Yeah, and you hope that he'll be able to stay healthy for a full year at some point. When he's on the floor, he's a hard matchup for just about every team in the league.
Evan Turner, he's checked in for Boston. Marcus Smart comes in for Bradley. Celtics trail by 6. Smart kicks to Johnson. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Great job to hit his teammate on that move, Kevin.
The Bulls have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. And taken away by Johnson. Thomas with the ball. And Rose picks him up defensively. And the foul on Derrick Rose. That's his first foul. Some changes for Boston. Tyler Zeller comes in for Sullinger. And Jerebko is subbed in for Amir Johnson. Thomas goes in. He kicks it to Smart. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here. Celtics passing it around. Here's Turner. No luck. And it's Chicago the other way.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
And he gets it to go.
And they've looked terrific in transition today. That's had a lot to do with their success.
Boy, it certainly has. I mean, they've done a really good job recognizing anytime they've had the numbers advantage.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant. And this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
And that replay sponsored by Kia, the Kia Slam Cam, giving us a great look at that one. And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
And guys, as much as Isaiah Thomas can help you on offense, at times he can hurt you on the defensive side. Immediately posted up by whomever he's guarding, you have to give help. And of course, that leaves your defense vulnerable, particularly on the weak side and controlling the defensive backboard.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thomas.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Chicago leading by 8. Passes it to Rose. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. The Celtics have gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. Smart kicks to Turner. The 11-footer, and it comes off the front of the rim. Chicago's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Stolen by Smart, and pushing it up. Here's Boston. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
They've been the glass eaters today, guys. A ton of effort out of them down low.
It's been a difference maker for them in this game. That's what's put them in front.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
And that one's good. Zeller's got 5 now.
So far, going for more of an inside game here in this second half, and I like that. A little smash mouth basketball, taking it inside.
Jordan up top. Turner covering. And Jordan sends it back. Here's Smooth. He's guarded by Thomas. Great open look there. Smooth's got the lead up to 8 now for the Bulls. The Celtics have gone at a pretty good shooting pace. They're 6 of 13 from the field here in the third. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Pass to Smart. On the wing, Turner. Turner can't get that one to fall.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
And it's Thomas at the elbow. 2 on the clock. Can't get it to go. And that's it for the third quarter. Both teams scoring well as we head to the fourth. Bulls. thanks for joining us, folks. The fourth quarter of play should begin momentarily. Chicago leading by 8. On the court for the Bulls, getting this fourth quarter started. Price is out there with Jordan. And it's Green, and it's Smith, and it's Rose in at the point guard position. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. So it's Boston now. He took good advantage of that screen. 8 points for Jared Sullinger. The Bulls shooting certainly a key for them in this one. 55% from the field. Here's Jordan. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that. Move the basketball.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm not quite sure what his mindset or what he was thinking there. I mean, that was just a terrible shot. Defensively, they can't afford to back off of him that much. You don't want to be giving up easy threes, especially at this stage of the game.
Now here's Smart. He's covered by Rose. Smart kicks to Johnson. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Smart's got his 5th assist in this one.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, it's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he's on the money, that's no doubt. We played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Johnson with a screen on Green. Price against Johnson. Smart dishes to Crowder. Down to 5 on the shot clock. That puts them in the lead. 11 points for Jared Sullinger.
This guy will really make you pay if you leave him enough room outside.
To the left wing. On its way from Rose for 2. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. And here's Boston. It's been 10 unanswered points. It's stolen by Green. And now it's Green running. He can go all the way. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Boston's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. Here's Crowder. Rebound by Rose. Rose has got 3 rebounds now in this one. From deep, Jordan. Jared Sullinger pulls it in. Sullinger's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Smart with the ball. He's against Jordan. And Smart with the basket on the assist by Johnson.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Chicago calls timeout. And for Sullinger last season, further indication, Clark, that he needs to keep working on his conditioning.
And that was a concern coming into the league with Jared, is just how committed would he be to working on his body all the time and maintaining the level of conditioning that he needs. And injuries have been a part of that not being the case, but when he's out there, he's capable.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
I was able to listen in on what Chicago's coach was going over with his team. He is not happy with their perimeter defense, saying, guys, way too many open shots for them beyond the three-point line. We've got to press up closer and try to crowd them off the arc. Guys, we'll see if they got the message.
And thanks for that story, Doris.
And talking about Sullinger, you wonder if he's been in the right scheme for the past couple of years. He's not a three-point shooter. He's a back-to-the-basket banger. You want proof? Only hit 28% from behind the arc last season, and that was his career high.
Smart passes to Sullinger. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
You know, on the topic of Sullinger, guys, he said publicly that people are doubting him. And he's right. I mean, until he gets in better shape and stays that way, there will always be questions surrounding that part of his game. Hopefully for him going forward, he can be more Duncan than Diao in the way he treats his body.
Celtics making a switch here. Thomas is checked in. Smooth checked in for Chicago.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out. Man, I don't know what happened right there. He just basically walked out of bounds.
The Celtics on offense. They're on a 15-3 run right now. Thomas goes in. Outside for Sullinger. Here's Crowder. And it's off from three-point range. Bulls trail by 4. Here's Green. Goes to the reverse layup and taps it in.
Oh, a little showboating at the end of that one.
For Boston, they've gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the fourth quarter. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
Yeah, they're starting to go in the wrong direction. In terms of turnovers, it's slowly becoming a problem.
Celtics making a switch here. Turner's checked in. Here's Smooth. Screen by Smith. To the paint. Turner with the steal. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. Turner leading the charge. That'll be Boston as it goes out of bounds. Celtics retain possession. Now a timeout called by Boston. They're ahead by 2. 1:49 left in the fourth quarter. .49 left in the fourth quarter. It's stolen by Green. Here's Smooth. He's guarded by Thomas. And it's Bradley with the rebound.
And you know they wanted that one to go down.
They sure did. Would have loved to tie it up right there.
Thomas gets to Turner. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
Can't get anything to drop. I mean, the way he's going, it's proper.
Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
I tell you what, I like that, though, guys. Some coaches might not want you to make a play like that, but I tell you what, when you got the skills like that, I say go for it.
Now a timeout called by Boston. Thomas against Green. And Thomas, here we go. Sullinger dishes to Bradley. Johnson, the pass to Turner. That one falls. Coming off the Johnson feet. And that's now 6 points for Evan Turner. Chicago has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. A shot by Jordan, no good.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Bradley kicks to Thomas. Johnson the screen. It's stolen by Green. Oh, and here we go. Green's got it. The pass break chance.
They don't get any bigger than that basket.
They needed it, Greg, and he gave it to them.
This is a huge possession.
And this is where all the hard work pays off. You have to be able to execute under pressure.
And he overdid it there. Too much force, it looked like, on the foul, and he's called for the flagrant.
Boy, a very hard foul that time, and the officials had to slap him with the flagrant. I mean, you can't let him get away with that kind of contact.
Yeah, gee, that's an easy call for the officials to make when there's that much contact. The league is really cracking down on those sort of plays. He's off on the free throw, unable to get that second one to drop in.
Well, Sullinger has been great. 12 points, and he's done a little bit of work behind the arc. He's got a pair of three-pointers.
And you know what? The defenders have that in the back of their minds now. They'll be on him a little tighter.
Price against Johnson. Kicks it out to Bradley. They get it again. The dish to Thomas. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Nice ball movement by Boston. Sullinger against Smith. The second chance effort. Sullinger, no good. Michael Jordan on the wing. He's guarded by Thomas.
Such a height mismatch out on the perimeter, and they give up the triple.
Now a timeout called by Boston. They trail by 2. 5 seconds left to play here in the fourth. What's your take, guys?
They simply need a basket here, Kevin. With this much time left, I'd attack the basket and try to get something in the paint.
Five seconds left in the fourth quarter. Oh, wow, a huge basket to tie the game.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
From deep, Green. Bullseye! Turner. Oh, he had a chance there to send it to overtime, but they come up empty-handed. And so the big win by Chicago in a tight game. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, Derek, in a game where you maybe don't have it going as well offensively as you had hoped, is this sort of win a bit bittersweet for you?
No, a win is a win, don't get me wrong, but I knew I could have played better. I got my teammates that came to help me tonight, made some huge plays, and we got the win.
Thank you so much. Back to you guys at the table.
Doris, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
And Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. Let's take a look at our Jordan player of the game. He notched his season high, and his scoring really seemed to set the tempo for his team tonight.
They asked an awful lot from him tonight offensively, and he delivered. When they needed a big bucket, he was the guy they turned to, and he delivered, like I said. I mean, this guy was unbelievable. He did not shy away from the moment.
There was nothing they could do to slow him down, Ernie. Man, you go into a building on the road and completely control the action like he did. Only a few players could do that, Ernie. I'm impressed.
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show.